Hey guys, Suzanne here. I'm going to be starting a new project. I don't know if you remember the haul that I did with these. Oh, very good. Just going to grab my bin. Okay. Remember the haul that I did? I showed you where I got this beautiful paper from Erica. I've been meaning to do some Christmas journals, so I'll just need a brush. Okay, so what I'm going to do, little flower, I've already cut up one of these papers here, which I want to use in the front. So I've got it cut up in a circle, and I'll show you why in a minute. But if you want to do something along the lines of this, and the reason why I want to do this is because it is what is it, the Christmas December daily. So you need 24 or 25 tags of some sort. So I'm going to make a fabric and paper and lace journal. So I've got two that I've made, which I'm going to be doing and sharing, and something that's what I'm going to be doing for the retreat. But I really want to do it here because not everyone can come to my retreat. But I'm still nutting all that out because there's so much to organise when you're doing something as big as a retreat. But in the meantime, I am going to make a December daily journal out of this paper and out of, where are we? Out of this paper as well. And I think I've got some more. So it's still vintage, but it's this more traditional colour, but it's in vintage, and that's more Shabby Chic. So yeah, so this one I'll show on camera, and the other one I'll probably just make off camera and then sell them in time for Christmas. So what you do is you start off with, this is just a cereal box, and I am going to, where is my scissors? I've cut that into, that's 6 by just a little bit over 8. So I usually do about 6 by 8, so it's 6 by 8 and a quarter. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is the front and back cover, and you think if I was going to be making a normal type journal, I'll keep this together and put the signatures in the middle, but this isn't going to be a normal journal. So I'm keeping this. Okay, now that's the back, that's the front, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do, got all my laces and bits and pieces here ready to go. Now here is this beautiful lace. I chopped up the wedding dress. Hoping this is not going to flare. It does. Oh, if it flares, I'll be really annoyed because it doesn't seem to like linens. So that's that beautiful wedding dress that I had. Look how pretty it came up. Like came up really clean, and I had a good washing machine because it was pretty filthy. So I've got, this is just one lot. I've got 2 lots of this, and then I've still got the top half of the dress. So what I've done is I have, where's that little bit? I'm losing stuff already, I haven't even started. Where's that little bit? Here we go. So that's from this paper. I was going to use, you could probably use that piece if you wanted, but I really like the squirrels, so I didn't want to get rid of the squirrel, and it would have been perfect if one of these had this scene in it, but it didn't. But so what I did was cut out a bit of this fabric. Okay. And then cut the centre out of it. Where is that little centre? Well, I cut the centre out of it anyway. I just and then what I did is I got a pencil and I traced around the image that I wanted, and it didn't matter like if you had that left over, it had season's greetings written on there, because you won't see that. So what I'm going to do is, I've got all my bits and pieces here. I'll be going all over the place to begin with, but that's how I have to show you. So this first episode will be just the cover. Yep, put that away. Now, this is my I think avocado dyed. I might have to cut that a little smaller. I don't do too precise measurements because I like that frayed look. Okay. Have that a little bit. Have a little bit of that. Okay. Now the reason why I'm using this as the cover is my bone folder. Back. Hey, still here, guys. Oh, yeah, the book just went over. Oh, my thing is still such a mess. Really want to give it a... The reason why I'm making this as the front cover is because I want to put the fabric over there, and I'll probably put some paper on here which will cover this a lot better. So and this hasn't really got any colour on there, which is what I want, because you know what I mean, if I put that on there you'd see that coming through, and I don't want that. So we'll go on the grey. So with fabric I usually get the PVA glue, which works out to be cheaper, and it dries nice and firm, which is good. This is never none too exciting to watch this, but you know, part of the process. Going to be so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. My inspiration comes from Trisha from A Little Bit Shabby Chic, and also from Tracy Lyon. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It's sort of like a hyphenated. She's an Australian YouTuber, and she makes beautiful journals. And I didn't realise that she was around. I'm glad I found her. I've been really inspired by her videos. I might even link her below actually, because her videos are definitely worth watching. It makes beautiful journals. Okay, now I think it's Tracy Lyon Werner or Wona. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll have to have another good look. But that's the name of the video, as in the YouTube channel. She's one of the admins, I think, in the Junk Journal Junksters Down Under, the Australian one. Okay. Which is an awesome Facebook page. I really love it. It's nice being in contact with the Aussie girls. Okay, I'm just going to put this down here. Yeah, so it was nice that I come across her because I was in the process. I've already made a couple of these style journals, and then I found her and I'm like, oh, she does it. That's unbeknownst to me, she was doing them like that, and I'm like, oh, somebody else does them like the way I do it. So we've all got our own different style though. So I love that sort of a real soft, it's come out almost peachy colour because it's the avocado dyed. So that will be in there like that. I might just put that aside and let it dry a little bit. And then it just sits better, so much better with, I find, with PVA glue than it does with craft glue. Whereas this, on the other hand, I will have to do with craft glue. So I've got this. Oh, good Lord. Things are going everywhere. Here's the bit. So what I've done is I've just cut around. This is the centre bit that's gone in there like that. There was another leaf on there which I cut off. So I've cut that around there. Now, I would like to, that's the wrong side. So on the wrong side, you don't necessarily have to have this type of thing. You can just have that and then you just put laces around it. So I just happen to have this, and I've got a lot of it, so this is going to work for me. This is where I'm going to stick that on. Now, I have to do it that way, I think. But, yeah, I'll probably stick it on this way. And then move it around once I there we go. It does seem like it's a little bit small for it, but it all this will come. This has got it had a Merry Christmas written on there, and I had that there, but I'm going to put some motifs and flowers there and on the top, so it doesn't really matter. So I love that image, and I really wanted to see some of the roses and all that kind of stuff. So pretty. Now, so what I'm going to do is I may have to I don't know whether I should glue this, which is probably the better way. Seems a bit weird gluing on top of that, but I'm going to need to get that down. And the beauty of PVA glue as well, it dries clear, which what we need for this. If you did this with craft glue, I think you'd see all the bubbles and all that kind of stuff. Whereas yes, it is wet to begin with, but over time it dries. Ideally, you probably let this dry to begin with and then put some more glue over the top, but as I'm doing it on the camera, okay, here we go, and hope we're not flashing too much. I might even put some on the paper because that's the bit that may not stick down that well. Okay, now, okay, this is going to be folded over so it only goes to there. I quite like that it's off center a little bit. Okay. does tend to absorb it a little bit more, but it is quite thin, so if it was a bit thicker material you probably wouldn't need as much glue, but we do in this case. Okay, so pretty. And here as well, really want it to stay down. That was on a bit of a join, so I'm going to make sure that that stays down. Probably have to get some more glue along there and then let that dry. It does move around a lot when it's wet, so but that's okay. Isn't that gorgeous already? So pretty. Now, and I may sew around the outside of that as well. So I get my scissors. So pretty, really shabby chic, this lot. And then okay, and then this. I think I'm just going to wait until it has dried. I may even do a bit of this on the outside. Just so it'll dry. And you see what I mean by you can actually see that glue. Put that on the edges. That's why I don't want to have that, but it'll hold it down quite well. Okay. So I may have to wait until this is dried a little bit more before I proceed. Actually, what I might do is on that line, which is really annoying, I should have done that beforehand. See where it's got that line? I think I'm going to stick some glue just to make sure that that stays down, because that's sticking up, because that was where a join was. And I need that to stay down. There we go. Stay. Okay. How pretty is that? Sorry guys, my hand's in the way. Probably my head's in the way too. Now, that's okay if it's not perfectly straight, because this is going to have bent over like that, and it's going to have some lace going in the side there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so sometimes it's just a matter of patience. Okay, so how are we going? Not flickering on me. I hope it's been 19 minutes already. So what I'm going to do, I've got these little bits of pieces of lace that, remember that really pretty, got bits and pieces here that I want to do it. I had a little that top that I had, and it had all these leaves and motifs and everything on there. So I've got those, and then I've got these babies, which have got the big ones and the small ones, so I've got them. So I've got this here, which I want to stick on there like that. And then I've got, this is one of those buttons, and I thought it was perfect, so I cut the center out of the button just so that that little bit could stick in there like that. So I want to have the smaller ones on the side first. These are obviously motifs that have come off a dress or something, little dangly bits. So this also came from that. I just have got, so I'm wanting to get, hang on 10, my son's coming in, I'm going to pause. Okay, back again. Okay, got these, but I just don't think they're white enough. I still may use them. Hang on. Get the little bits. That's from that collar. So cut these bits off as well. I think I've got some pearls that I wouldn't mind putting on there. I'll put them underneath, and then that on top, and then have the bling on top there. Then I've got, I really do like these. I might have a look at that first. Anything with these bits and pieces, you've got to cut these bits off. Now, this is something that probably can, you know, like it is ideally right, the right way is the other way, but I wanted to stick something like that on there and have something like that on the top, and then have a flower or some pearl or whatever on there. I'm even thinking of some of this. I think I might even have one over here. Where are we? Pre-cut already. See, that's really pretty. So here we go with that. Okay, now cut that there. Some of this, I'm just wondering whether I have that coming out there like that. Needs to be, see how dirty that is. That's how you use your little bits of lace. I like doing a bit of layering. Quite like that. Then I'm going to, I think it needs 3. There we go. Maybe it it's just too, yep. Which I'm going to stick on there like that and have that sticking out, and then I have got all these little bits and pieces of lace which I really want to stick over the top because they're so pretty. I'm wondering whether that one's going to work or not. Nope, I've got a little bit of that left, or whether I do. This is all about picking and choosing what you want. It's going to be a long process. This style of journaling takes some time. So, but that's what you're here for, I suppose, to learn. Yep, that's going to go down there. Okay. Now where's that pin? Okay, now, so I'll have that there, and then I'll have this lace going there and in the middle and on the top, so you can still, you've got those two coming out. That bit will cut out. Then I'm just wondering whether it needs some sort of trim. It would be really nice if I had some beading or some pearls or something going along there. So hang 10, I'm just going to pause and get some bits and pieces. Okay, back again with a bit of blingage. Okay, I got bits and pieces here. I've got these here. I've also got these diamantes. But I think, to be honest, I think pearls are going to work better with this. Even though this is just a string, I think having that around there would look rather lovely. So I'll probably need to do that first. Before I do anything. And that will have to be done with this, unfortunately. Okay. And it's always pretty jolly tricky to put down pearls and make them stay there without getting them all over your fingers. Okay. Don't need it further than that because they will be covered. But you do need to make sure that they're sitting down flat. Bit of fluff. Stay. Now do the same on this side. Okay. Oh, the fluff. Now, hopefully this video will not take too much longer than, say, 40 minutes. If it goes any longer than that, I'll just do a part 2. There we go. How pretty is that? Because this is on the front, you can definitely add more dimension, that's for sure. Now, put this down. Start to add bits and pieces. This is where those beautiful motifs that I get from all the shop hauls come in very handy. Yeah, so you need a couple of different glues for this when you're putting these types of glues down. It really does need the craft glue. Okay, and that's going to have that there. And I'll put a bead in that, a pearl. Oh. Yep, it's going down. The only trouble with that, it is so hard to get them. You don't want to see the hole. I really probably need a pair of tongs, but and I think this is from a vintage necklace, so these two will go onto my other one. Okay, now I'm thinking it probably needs underneath there, it just needs two of these leaves. I'm going to need to get some more from my pack, but definitely needs something there. Pitch them from this one. That way it covers that stain there, which is good. Okay. Now, I'm wondering if I should put some of this down here as well. Why not? Since we've got it on the other side, I'll have it on here too. Adds that bit of colour. Actually, be careful. I'll let it. Then, which way? It's hard to tell with these. I think that's the right way. Now, I'm going to need some more leaves. I'm just wondering whether I use these, which I think I will. It'll tidy from the bottom to the top. Did that the wrong way, what a goofer. Okay. going to go there and there, and then that'll go in the middle. Okay, so we want to be able to see. See, that's the trouble. Once it starts sticking to you, it is really hard to get down. There we go. Because I got stickiness all over my fingers. Okay. There we go. Love these motifs. Such a find. I found these on eBay. Then let's go in there. You know what? It needs a little height underneath that. I'm going to put one of these underneath just to make it a little higher. I know it seems strange, but it just seems a little low. There we go. Then this baby goes in. So it's not about the extra thing, it's just giving it a bit of height. Now, whoop. Oh, get the stickiness off my fingers. Now where's that other little pearl? And make sure that the center dob. Put in the pearls. I just don't think this guy is going to be sitting down too well there. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, now, where are we? See, 38 minutes. Well, this is what we've done so far, and that will go on the side there. And I'll continue. Hopefully it's not too glary, so I'll put the lace along there. See, it still needs to dry. And that's the inside, so that's cool. And then I've got lace that I want to put along there. Oh, there we go. So that's what I've done so far. So I'll just do continue in the next episode. And yeah, love this. So pretty, very gorgeous. So I'll continue in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.